It is the year 2055. After a time of turmoil, Earth is at peace. But this peace has come at a price. A police state is in place, led by a tyrant known as the Governor, and the New World Army. There is no freedom, no religion, no courage. Fear grips the world. No one is allowed to speak their mind. No one is allowed to think. This is the new world. But one man searches for an answer. For someone who is not afraid. For courage.
Hello world, this is the storyteller. Courage is rising, but that courage comes at a price. The governor is becoming angry, and he wants his presence to be known. I heard a question once, is it better to be feared or loved? Clearly, the governor wants to be feared.
Open this door! I know you're in there! Storyteller! It is Integer!
Integer, you nearly scared me.
It is my job. I am interrogator.
It's kind of funny, you know? Integer, the interrogator.
We begin.
Yes, we begin. Please state your name.
My name is Integer. I am part of New World Army. I interrogate criminals. I strike fear. I make men tremble.
You're making me tremble.
Good.
Could you describe what happened on Governor's Day?
Governor Day. National holiday. People cheer. People sing praises to our beloved governor. Governor, very vain man. Praise is not enough. He wants people to worship him.
And how did he get people to worship him?
He built statue in middle of city square. Order people to pay tribute, to honor statue. Statue not real. Statue not talk. It not move. Statue only stare.
And how did the people respond?
They obey. Too much fear. Even though statue is stupid. People must obey.
And what happened if they didn't obey?
People face death. People face me. Governor, have fire chamber built. Fire chamber burn those that not obey. Alive.
How many were burned?
No one. New World Army, very powerful. Make people very scared. It crush people under iron fist.
So everyone listened and obeyed.
Not everybody obey.
But you just said that no one was burned.
I said no one was burned. I did not say everybody obey. Let me tell you a story.
Continue.
On day of festival, everybody bringing tenth of all their money to statue. They bring tribute, gifts. Everybody but 3 people.
And who were these men?
Nobodies, common clerks, work in factory. Governor discover that they not pay tribute. He sent secret police to arrest them, bring them to me.
How did they react?
They're not afraid. They sit in cell. They sit in cells that are nasty, dirty, dark places, full of bones of those who tried to revolt. Smell like death.
How did you know they weren't afraid?
I have done this a long time. Most people, they scream in terror, especially when left alone with me. But these three, they show no sign of emotion.
Did you intimidate them?
Of course I did. In my job, I stare in their faces. I yell at them, scream at them. But they do not budge. They do not bow down.
And how did the governor react to that?
He become very angry. He become furious. He ordered me to beat them. So I did. But they still do not budge. They act very strange.
What do you mean by strange?
They talk to themselves.
They talk to themselves.
As I beat them, they muttered words. I hear word God. I do not know what this word God is. I pick one of them up, like this. I look him in the eye. I say, who is God? Your God cannot save you. You belong to me. He kept talking to himself. So I threw him against the wall.
What did his friends do?
They kept muttering, saying name. God be with me. God be my strength. God, you are my all. I do not understand this. I become afraid. I call for governor.
And did he come down to the cell?
First time I ever seen it. Prisoners spook governor. Governor wasn't afraid. But he handled fear in a very strange way. He ordered prisoners to bow down at his feet. But they do not. They sat in chairs. One, I believe his name was Meshach. He told governor, he do not bow down to anyone but one true God. Again, with this God. Until that day, I never knew was word. But they talk to this God like he is in room. They believe this God will save them. That he is stronger than the army. Stronger than the governor. Stronger than even death. Finally, the governor calmed down. His face full of hate and viciousness. He wanted the prisoners dead. He ordered them to the fire chamber, that it be recorded and shown on televisions in town square. He had smile on face when he said he would watch them burn.
Did they react then?
No, they kept talking to their God. I feel sorry for them. They seem very nice, but crazy. One of them said he would talk to his God for the governor and me. He called it prayer. Do you hear of this word prayer?
I've never heard the word until you just said it. What did you do?
I become sad. I look at him. I say, I am sorry, but I must do my job. The prisoner, he smiled at me, said he forgive me. It was kind smile. Make me regret what I have to do. I do not want to kill anyone, especially these boys. Plus, what if this God is real? They believe him so much that they stand up to death. What if this God get angry about their death and he come after me?
Did you let them escape?
No. I do my job. I bring them to fire chamber. I march them to public square. The governor, He want to show people what happened to those that do not obey. Governor, he keep fear in, courage out.
The prisoners had to do something. Did they speak up, fight back?
The prisoners, they not respond. They just keep walking to their doom. When we reach the fighter chamber, the governor want to record their cries. He ordered the fire chamber hotter than ever before. When guard opened door, immediately burned alive. The heat from open door enough to kill him. The prisoners, they stop me, talk to me, say that they want to go in alone, that they not want anyone else to die. I do what they say, and they go in, and they shut the door.
Did they scream when they were inside?
We heard nothing, no screaming. I knocked on door with my hand. I nearly burned it, and I heard knock back. The prisoners, they were alive. The governor ordered the window to the chamber open, and when I opened it, I could not believe what I saw.
Were they horribly burned?
No, they're not harmed at all. Not even clothes burned. But what scares me more, there was something else in chamber. There was fourth man. I had to make sure that one of my people not go in by accident. So I make head count, and they were all with me. But I know, I saw with my own eyes, there was fourth man. I ran, show governor, blood drained from his face. We know, we see something. We see miracle.
What did the governor do then?
He grabbed me. He said, let them go. And he ran out of room. I never see governor so scared. He never show fear. But that day, I saw it. I saw it on his eyes. So, I turned down the heat and opened door immediately. But only 3 people come out. Integer confused. No fourth man. But moments ago, he there. I know I saw him.
Who do you think it was?
It was their god. The god they talked to. He showed up. He protected them. That is only explanation.
I can't believe that.
I not lie. I tell truth.
I remember that day. I didn't hear any of this.
The governor, he always tips. He keeps stories secret. But I know what I saw. I saw God. God more powerful than any man. I'm not afraid of governor. I fear God. God gave power over flame. I help prisoners escape. I ask about this God. They say he is loving creator of world. That he is the only one they worship. I give up everything. I leave job.
Will you return home?
Not sure. Integer, do not think New World Army good anymore. I need to find new purpose. If you find this God, you let me know, eh?
I will.
Good. Thank you. I go now.
I know he was telling the truth. Those prisoners had a courage I never even realized existed. It's one thing to be willing to stand up for something, but it's something entirely different to be willing to die for it. Especially a belief. Those prisoners were something special. They were willing to go against the crowd, to fight for something they thought was right. And just because something's normal doesn't mean that it's right. Even when they were mocked, they were almost killed. Listening to that story makes me realize I'm not that brave. I'm not that strong. Courage is somewhere out there, and clearly God is the source of that courage. I've got to find someone who can tell me who God is. Remember, courage rises, hope spreads.